thank you so much for waiting. Yes, I'm working 6 days a week and it's hard to get to everyone all the time. So I just try to do what I can when I can, but I appreciate you so much for allowing me to work with your energy in this way. I'm using the Native Spirit deck, and this is where we will be receiving most of our messages. I love this deck. It's my first one. It's by Denise Linn, and she's a wonderful soul who has beautiful words of wisdom and encouragement, and I just truly love working with this deck. Father, help me view the world through your eyes. Open my heart and my mind so they become one, operating fully from a place of love, compassion, and truth. Teach me, Father, that sometimes the hardest people to love need love the most, and that behind anger is hurt. Only allow me to use my hands for helping and healing others, and to do all things with love in my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Gratitude is the attitude. We all can find things to be grateful for, even in trials and tribulations. We can always find things to be grateful for. This is Thunder Drum. Stand tall and be counted. Be assertive. Don't be shy about sharing your gifts and letting the world know about your value. Declare with authority, this is who I am, and this is what I stand for. Make a stand for others that are less fortunate than you. Take risks and walk in the rhythm to the beat of your own drum. This is not the time to step back or step aside. Excuse me. Your native spirit wants you to know, throughout the world, indigenous people have called spirit through drumming. Drumming was used to activate one's fighting spirit before battle, as well as joyous celebrations and sacred ceremonies. It was used for healing rituals. In every case, the drum beat was used to open spiritual realms. The thunder drum calls the thunder beings from the sky, and they arrive with passion and incredible vitality. To draw this card means that it's time to step into your passion and make a stand in your life for what truly matters to you. And that is, when we spend a lifetime of taking care of others, and we do so much for everyone else, we look at our lives and we look back and we're like, well, where do I fit in all this? Who am I really? What's my identity apart from being this caretaker person? Like, what is it that I enjoy doing? What is it that Alice likes and loves? And that's what Spirit's asking you to take a look at this time, is kind of honing in on what makes you so unique, and what makes you you, and what brings joy to your heart, and the things that you love to do. Okay, Alice, the second card I pulled for you is Storyteller. I love the beautiful artwork in this deck. It just really called to me. It really calls to my spirit. Live larger than life. Make the most of every experience. You can choose the meaning that you give to events. Find interpretations that empower you rather than diminish you. Be the storyteller and the hero in your own life. Give your personal story empowering meaning. Your native spirit would like you to know, around the evening campfire, clan members always looked forward to the storyteller, recounting events of the daily happenings of the tribe. Even the most mundane event took a vibrancy in the expert hands of the experienced storyteller. The storyteller card chooses you to remind you to be the champion of your own personal myth, and be the central character. Don't live life according to the needs and expectations of others, and don't be a bit player in your own story. And once again, I feel like that kind of goes into that, like, who am I now? What is it that I want? What is it that I want to do? What is this unique story I've written my entire life? And how do I share that with the world? Because it is your light that's needed on the planet here today. And what you have experienced in your lifetime and what you are going to experience going forward, it's a beautiful story. And 100% always trust the author. You know, you are working with the divine, working with God every single day of your life. You know, God is very much present in everything that we do. We don't have to sit in a church to experience the beauty and the wonder of God and the profound messages and healing that the earth can bring to our soul. We find moments of inspiration when we're out in nature, when we're walking the beach, when we're, just observing other people and their lives. And don't doubt for 1 second that this story of your life is not worth sharing, because it absolutely is. You have so much wisdom and so much beauty inside of you that is needed in the world. Share your story, share your experiences, your gifts, your talents, all of that. Alright, Alice, this is your third card. This is Warrior of the Heart. When I first got this deck, probably you don't know this, but when I was a little girl, I had a phobia. I had a polar bear specifically, and I couldn't even look at a stuffed animal or anything because of this reoccurring nightmare I had when I was probably 4 or 5 years old. I had it every night. I would wake up in a cold sweat, screaming, running to my parents' bedroom, and this thing was just coming to get me. It had ripped my family apart. And of course, when I got this deck, this was the very first card that came out, and I was petrified, and I didn't want to open the deck. And a little bit of time went by, and I saw the beauty and the wisdom in this healing card, and it did in many ways help me get past a fear. Whether rational or irrational, it was still mine. But this is Warrior of the Heart. You have the radiant spirit of a warrior of light. Be impeccable in all of your actions. No matter what others believe, the Creator always knows the truth. This isn't the time to be timid or pull back. Immense courage is filling you. Throw your shoulders back and step forward and take a risk. Be willing to live life from your heart rather than your mind, and honor your truth. Speak up for yourself. Your native spirit wants you to know the greatest native warriors weren't the ones who wounded the most people. They were those remarkable beings who had such personal power that their enemies lay down their weapons rather than fight. There are times in life to step back, and even times to walk away. But there are also times to stand up for yourself and those that are less advantaged. Don't allow yourself to be limited by your belief system. Courage doesn't mean that you aren't afraid. Fearless means just that. Fear less. Acknowledge that you're frightened and take action anyway. Face your anxiety and go beyond the boundaries of the limited perceptions of yourself. Through your example, people find and act their own truth. You're a light bearer for others, and a truth seeker, and a truth sharer, and a truth finder. And it is your light that's needed here on the planet today. And don't ever doubt that for one moment. Everything that you came here to do is absolutely on purpose, with purpose. Okay, Alice, this is your final card. This is from the Native Spirit deck. This is Spirit of Water. This card may be an indication that you may be a water sign. I don't know that for sure. You may just really resonate with the water. You may sit by the water and the water calms your spirit. You could quite literally be a water sign, a Cancer, a Scorpio, a Pisces. I am not sure, but the water definitely helps us release, through our tears. We're releasing our pain, we're releasing our suffering. We don't want to hold that stuff in. This could just be an indication that more fresh water in the body is needed. And trust your intuition and know that you're on the right path. Take time to nurture yourself. Allow your inner child free rein. Believe in your dreams and don't stifle your emotions. Trust the messages that are being given to you. Purify and cleanse yourself in your home. Healing is on its way. Emotional healing is expanding within you. Your native spirit would like you to know the spirit of water invites an emotional enrichment into your life. And communicate from your heart. Embrace the childlike wonder. This card represents purification, cleansing, and healing. It reminds you to clean your personal space. It also urges you to accept and embrace your emotions, all of them, even the ones that you don't usually like. And additionally, trust your hunches. And obviously that is, a calling to not ignore that inner voice that you have. What you're feeling initially is the correct thing. If you are getting a sign from spirit out in nature, just trust that is happening. If you're seeing a number pattern, 111, 333, whatever it is, and you're waking up at the same time every day, or you're glancing at the clock and you're seeing these repeating patterns every day, just know that spirit is trying to guide you from the other side. A lot of times our loved ones will come through that way to let us know that they're still with us, that they're guiding us, that they are encouraging us, and that they are sharing moments with us. They're sharing those moments where we're sad and we miss them, and they're trying to give us signs. It just depends how open we are to receiving them. Everybody is having someone in spirit that they connect with. That their multiple souls are trying to connect with us from many, many lifetimes. Additionally, trust your hunches and push off from the shore of safety and enter into a flow state. All is well in your world. And that is, even when we're sad and when we're lonely, just know that your loved ones are never far away. The veil is so thin, so thin. I always ask my mother, I look out in the atmosphere and I see these specks everywhere, these beautiful specks of light. I couldn't give human words to a color because it's not a color I've ever seen before. Like, it's not a blue, it's not a green, it's not a white. It's so vibrant and so profoundly beautiful. I wouldn't know a word that could describe the lights that I can see. And these are spirits. This is what we return to when we go home. It's stardust. It's beautiful. And the interconnectedness of consciousness, like when we cross over to spirit, there's such a beauty and such a vibrancy, and it's hard to explain when we can sit here in our 3D world and also are able to straddle behind the veil. Spirit and the realm that spirit is in, it looks much like our world. It mirrors what you love. And I've seen it so many times. I've seen through connecting with someone's father, they loved being out for this beautiful drive and to see the big trees, and I would see these trees and it would be like the spirit world mirrors what we love. It mirrors what we love about this world, and it's quite beautiful. Okay, Alice, this is a new deck This is Return to Spirit. I want to say, okay, Cheryl Lee Harnish is her name, and I have the only 3 decks that she's ever made, but they're all fractal images. Very beautiful fractal images, which is computer generated by numbers, images that go on to infinity. If you are familiar with sacred geometry and the patterns and shapes in nature and that we even have in our body, they all sort of interconnect. And there's a lot of energy in this card. This is a lavender. Anytime you see lavender in a reading, that's going to be representing this vibrant healing energy that's coming in for you at this time. We all have to pass through a difficult time in our lives. When things get tough, our vision and understanding can become clouded. The feeling of being alone in it all, and even feeling abandoned by spirit in your darkest hour, can be overwhelming. But you are not alone. Hold on and hang in there. Every storm eventually passes. This will not last forever. This card is here to remind you that you really do have the strength and courage to survive anything that comes your way. Spirit is here supporting you in every step that you take. Clouds always part way, and the sun will make its way through once again. It is important to remember that whatever you're going through right now is for your highest learning and understanding. This card may come to you if you're having a difficult time in a relationship with others. It is vital to remember that underneath anger is hurt. Forgiveness for yourself and others is key to moving forward and healing this. This card also comes if you are experiencing any type of crisis, whether it's in your daily life or within your inner being. Just know that this is happening to enable you to see what is not yet in alignment with your highest good and what no longer serves your highest good. This is your opportunity to make any needed changes in your life and to heal some very deep wounds from the past. Just know that you will survive this with your sanity intact, and you will be stronger and more understanding and more compassionate with yourself and others. Have faith in yourself, faith that you can and you will get it through this. Spirit is here to support you as you find your own light at the end of this tunnel. Okay, Alice, this is your final card. Once again, this is Return to Spirit. And I do want to thank you again for allowing me to work with your energy today, to build a connection with you. And it just, it means a lot to have people to connect with, like, in this way. I never really talk about, what I do or how I feel inside. I don't just share this kind of stuff with everybody, because I know that some people just don't understand, and that's okay. No judgment from me, but yeah, I love that you are here and that you are following on this journey with me. It means so much, and I thank you. This is the Contact card. It's like a blue purple. This all represents our upper chakra, our throat, our third eye, even crown. This is connection to spirit. This is contact with spirit. This is our loved ones who have crossed over, who are on the other side, who are living their best life. Really such a beautiful, blissful, wonderful place of reunion and love and kindness and compassion, and it's almost overwhelming how much joy comes from this realm. And it's just a beautiful thing. But our human mind, who can't see it, we can't always feel it, we can't visit, and we miss them. We miss them so much. It hurts the heart. It puts a lump in the throat. It's just this pain that is just constant. and I understand all that. But this is their contact, and to reach out and to say, hey, look for the signs I'm sending you. Trust your intuition and know that what you think I sent you is real. You know, those birds were really were singing to you. I was singing to you. Life's great synchronicities and the alignment of fateful events is dependent on our contact and connection with other people. You have drawn this card today because it is important for you to make contact with someone in particular in your life. This one-on-one communication can be by phone, email, text, message, or in person. In whatever way contact happens, it's important that you reach out. Sometimes we resist or procrastinate doing the very thing that will help us move along on our path. The contact card is asking you to look at whatever resistance you have and gently push yourself forward to do what needs to be done. Perhaps you need to contact someone and deal with an emotional issue that you'd rather avoid. Maybe you have neglected speaking with a family member or a loved one or a friend. Do you need to get past your fear of making a business call? Spirit is asking you to be brave and make contact with a certain individual. The stagnant energy that is being held through the resistance needs to be released. This will help aid in the flow of new energy, healing, and empowerment and manifestation in your life. Energetically, you will be free to set up and align the next step on your journey. This card can also indicate that there is a very important person coming along in your life with whom you are about to connect. Be present within yourself when meeting anyone new or over the next week or two. Just be mindful of strangers, passerbyers, just be mindful. Be mindful of the energy surrounding you and anyone that you connect with, especially if it's unexpected or synchronistic, as this person could be playing an important role in your future. And however contact happens, but I feel like that message, in all these messages, they come directly from a higher power, something that's bigger than you and I. And I think that there are no accidents, and everything is completely and totally on purpose. But I am over the moon happy to connect with you, and I hope that you have a beautiful night. I hope that this resonates with you. I'm going to leave a link to my feedback file. That's really, it's an energy exchange. If you would like to leave some feedback there, I greatly appreciate the energy exchange. Thank you so much, and stay blessed.